Hey everybody, this is Jason. Welcome back to Gone Gliding. In today's episode, I finally get to have my third lesson here at Point of the Mountain, south side in Lehi, Utah. I've been trying to have this lesson for quite a while now, and I've been getting skunked on bad weather, and not necessarily bad stormy weather, just bad weather for someone at my skill level.
I hate getting skunked. It's interesting learning how weather is extremely important for this sport, and you kind of have to have this perfect condition set up for safety. So excited to learn more about how weather plays into hang gliding, what kind of clouds are good and bad, what times are generally good at different locations, how the wind plays out there, what kind of winds you're using. But I know I'm going to get into that later. Right now I'm just praying to the weather gods for great weather.
I need to have winds at like 5 to 15 miles an hour and coming from the south. So that's what I need for my training hill and my skill level right now. And finally we got that today. Winds were a little bit switching around from the east and west, but overall it was good. And yeah, thanks for stopping in, and I hope you enjoy my third lesson. Up here on the training hill today, and this is Ted gonna show me some of the things I'm trying to work on today, which a lot of it is keeping my speed as I come into the landing, which allows me to have more control of my control inputs while I'm coming into land, so I can still make a turn if I need to. It's just that easy.
All right, we're looking at that purple flag and we're letting it point where it wants to point. A little pressure on both. Let's get the nose down. And you're really looking for balance in both those hands. You don't want to feel like you're having to put pressure on either side. Okay. And when it feels balanced, let me know.
It just keeps moving.
Yep, that's all right. That'll happen. If you bring the nose down a little bit more, it'll be a little more resistant to that. Does that feel good?
Yeah.
All right, eye on that target. Have fun.
Launching.
Moving towards the target. Relax, grip.
Launching.
Moving towards the target. Relax, grip.
All right, you made that landing work really well. You heard me saying speed up there as that was happening. Notice you were doing that roll input to fix that. But it just wasn't listening too much. As you were getting kind of more into that turn, I was seeing that bar move further and further away from you. And then, really good job committing to that landing there. That was a soft and easy landing situation. You made it look intentional almost. Remember how I said there's kind of that different current of air up there? As you flew into that, what you were feeling making that turn happen was the glider adjusting to it.
Yeah, definitely, it was slow. It was definitely wanting pretty hard to turn right. So I was making that control, but then I could tell I didn't really have much speed. And I was just getting close to the ground. I was trying to flare more compared to last time. And it certainly came down softer.
And you got it out of that turn. You were doing a big input. Did a really good job not overdoing that. Yeah, the reason that input wasn't being very effective was that speed did get low. Kind of weird not to move, start that launch in the direction the glider's pointing, but we can do it. Let me know when it feels balanced.
Radio check.
How's that feel?
Feels balanced right there.
All right, looking at the flag.
Okay.
When you're feeling ready, say launching, and we'll start with the walk.
Launching.
So walk, so that 55, let it fly. A little bit of speed. Hold it.
Keep that speed going. Keep that speed, let it go. Start running. Really good flight there. That looked great. Yeah, really nice control on that launch. That's very technical launch I'm having you do. Realizing I didn't really let you know about that beforehand. At a hang 2 level, you're not really supposed to launch with that amount across. I'm letting you do it because I'm running right next to you there. I kind of know the site. I wasn't having to help you out on the wire. You did that on your own. That looked really good. Got in the air with a little bit of speed. I saw a little bit of it go away. That's why I was encouraging you to increase it. Good chance to kind of feel out how changing that airspeed changes how the glider flies. Really good job keeping yourself on track there. A little bit of as you're letting go of that speed, you noticed it got into a tiny bit of a turn, did a good job catching that.
And then everything you're doing with that landing is exactly right. Kind of same with the last one, we just didn't put our landing gear down.
Yeah.
So it just,
Well, if I'm focusing on that speed, on that pitch control for the speed, like by the time you're on the radio saying landing gear down, I can already tell them I don't have room. Like I don't have room.
no, that's fine.
If I'd have done it a second or two earlier, I would have had it, but I was trying to focus still more on that pitch control. So it's kind of like,
I way prefer you doing that.
yeah.
Right? Because
okay.
if you get that down to where you don't have to even focus on to do it correctly,
Yeah.
putting your feet down is going to be just not even having to think about it. Let's bring that nose down. I'm going to stand up tall. Targets the purple flag.
Radio check.
And just let me know when it feels balanced.
Feels mostly balanced, a little more on the right. There we go, but that's just the wind changing.
Looking at that, you can feel that's a pretty awkward angle to be going in.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to launch in this cycle.
Okay.
That guy launched without saying anything as well, so we'll let him.
Launching.
How's this feel?
Feels good.
Let's put it across.
Yeah.
We're going to launch. I think it's that guy with the red paraglider. That's
Okay.
gonna be our target.
Okay.
Feeling ready?
Yeah.
Let's say launching.
Launching.
Moving toward that guy. And just keep in balance. Pressure on your right hand. There's its balance. A little bit of speed. Hold that speed. Look at the target. Hips left. Just there you go. Back to the right.
Launching.
Good.
Eyes on target. Alright.
Woo! That was rough.
So, yeah, definitely saw you putting thought into doing that roll control. Notice, yeah, you could do it pretty gradually, and it does listen, right? It feels like everything's happening really quickly, really suddenly all at once. But you notice with that stuff, we can be pretty gentle with it, and it will listen. So that looks great. You got yourself right back on course. The big thing that made that landing difficult was as you were focusing on making that roll happen, you were letting all your speed go. So you notice when you got to the ground, there wasn't really anywhere left to kind of loosen that lift. Same thing, we're kind of looking to plant our feet on the ground. We really want to treat that landing like we're going to continue moving forward. So we're more interested in continuing forward than doing anything to arrest the glider or come into the ground. You may have heard me at the last second there. I can understand why it would be overshadowed by events, but I was saying, okay, push it out as the whole rest of the way. You had the glider going in a straight line. You had good control of it. If you had pitched out as you're getting your feet on the ground, it would have made the impact on them quite a bit less. But as you saw, totally manageable landing, totally safe. So that worked, but we can make that easier if you just really focus on keeping that bar moving away from you as you get your feet on the ground.
Everything felt great except that landing. That felt like I was a parachute landing.
Yeah, you notice there just wasn't really any speed left there.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, even though it feels like, oh man, there's no time to land, if you just hold on to that speed, you can keep yourself off the ground.
Okay.
How'd the roll feel on that?
The roll felt great. Yeah, it was definitely going to the right again. I gave it that little input, and I've been definitely also focusing on trying to be more light on my hands.
Yep.
And that's helping too.
Yeah. No, I can see that. That looks good. Have fun.
Launching.
Letting it fly. Loose grip. Tiny bit of speed.
Keep that feet till you're near down. That's all right. Out. All right. really nice looking launch there. Saw you do that little turn input. You were going in a straight line. So you notice that worked, the turn input. It started getting you going to the left. Just kind of remember how that all felt, how it responded. Did a little bit of craning your body to make that turn happen. So yeah, kind of if you can remember what that input felt like, what worked, what didn't, that's useful. Really, again, nice pitch controls, definitely looking smooth with that. And then similar thing to the one before, landing was looking really good. I can kind of visibly see when you're switching from focused on control of the glider to getting your feet on the ground. You'll notice it's kind of coming in smooth, 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 and then you're on your feet pretty hard. Just as you're starting to put your feet down, try to ignore them. Try to keep that bar moving away from you, and that'll make that landing just that much smoother. It's absolutely safe how you're doing it.
Seeing him flying, glider's moving around quite a bit. We're getting just quite a bit more texture in this now. Having that speed allows you to adjust to that, right? If you get hit by a bump going with a bunch of speed, you're going to be able to adjust to it.
Fly through it kind of thing.
Yeah, you're going to be able to steer.
Okay.
If you're flying slow, it'll come in more gradually. You're going to have a lot less ability to counter steer it. But you also notice it's starting to change kind of suddenly.
Yeah, it definitely changes.
So we want to make sure when we're launching, we have kind of an established wind flow.
Feels good to me.
All right, have fun.
Okay, launching.
On your strut. Adding a tiny bit of speed.
Keep the speed. Keep the speed. Keep the speed going. Keep letting it out. Hit the ground. Keep letting it out. Keep steering. Hard right. Hard right. Hard right. Keep it. All right. Making sure it's back in the wind. That's all right. Hang out there.
A little squirrely.
Yeah. Not so much you, that's the weather we have right now.
I mean, it felt okay. It just felt like that was probably the first time that I felt it trying to take me left instead of just right.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. So it's like, okay, put in that input. And then it was like, I came back to center, but it looked like it was still going right.
Yeah, no, so that was, the air's getting active, right?
Yeah.
You're feeling it really messing with you there. So yeah, I think, because what we're getting into is like, that one, I think was reasonable conditions for you to handle. Next one's gonna be playing with the edge of that, in all probability. And it's really not great to be getting into a game of like, how much is a good idea?
Yeah.
It's once we start having questions about it is usually the best place to stop.
Yeah.
Just because even if we're right 9 out of 10 times, you do that like 5 times, you're gonna find the one that's not what you want to be in.
Right.
Looked like you were starting to recognize, okay, the landing's probably gonna happen soon. Let some of that speed go. Notice how that just kept you at that height you were at, right? And now we have that diminished control. We still have a bunch of flying left. When you did start to pull back in, that's when you were able to steer it back in line and you still had time to do that landing.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Good speed right off the ground. Definitely saw it kicking you around a bunch. And you were doing a really good job responding to that. One thing I noticed, one of those first inputs, you were allowing yourself to twist pretty good. I said hip.
I think I heard you say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You did correct it, but it looked more like you figured out to do that on your own without me necessarily having to confirm it.